Hello, my exponentials. We're on 3-2, simplify and evaluate algebraic expressions. The objectives are to identify the coefficients of a term and of an algebraic expression, to simplify algebraic expressions by our favorite term, combining like terms, then to evaluate algebraic expressions for given, whenever you're given values for the variables. Okay? All right, so right down here we have, you take a little gander right here, right there. We have 3 minus 2 in parentheses 4 plus 6 squared. So I just want you, this is just an algebraic, it's not algebraic, this is a numerical expression. I just want you to take a little look at this bad boy and see if you can solve it. So go and pause the video, see if you can solve it. My hint to you is to use order of operations, PEMDAS, parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, and subtract. Okay, when you're done, hit play, and I'll show you my answer. Okay, if you got -5 on this problem, you did it correctly. Okay, so we do our parentheses first, so 4 minus 6, is -2. Then you have 3, you bring this down right here. 3 minus 2 in parentheses, -2 squared. We do a parentheses first, -2 times -2 is 4. So again, bring this down again. We have 3 minus 2 times 4. We do our multiplication first, and I got a -8. So 3 plus a -8 is going to be -5. Okay? So this is just a more of a simpler numerical expression. So this one, in this section, we're going to get into algebraic expressions. All right, an algebraic expression has one or more terms. A term is a number, variable, or the product of a number and one or more variables. So right here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this particular algebraic expression, we have 5 terms, okay? Terms are separated by a plus or a minus sign, okay? All right. A numerical coefficient is the number part of a term that contains variables. So the numerical coefficient here would be 2 and 12. So 2 and 12, okay? Literal coefficients are the variables or variables of a term. So right here we have a and then xy. So a is one of our literal coefficients, literal meaning, like a letter or something, and xy is our other literal coefficient. A constant is a plain numerical term that does not have any variables. So if we had like 4 plus 27, 4 plus 27 plus 3, these are all constants, or just a plain old numerical term, okay? Terms with exactly the same literal coefficients and are raised to the same power are called like terms. So right here we have 2a and a, all right? When there's no number in front of a variable, it's just an implied 1. Okay, so right here we would have 3a, all right? These are like terms. We have 10xy and 2xy. They both have an x, they both have a y, they're both raised to the first power, so this would be 12xy. Okay? You can simplify algebraic expressions by combining these like terms. Okay? All right, so let's combine, ladies and gentlemen. So right here we have 2a plus 3c plus a plus 2c plus 20. If you remember from last year how we used to simplify using combining like terms, I would underline like terms accordingly. So we have 2a here. Can I combine anything with 2a? I have a 3c. Oh, you're so smart. A combines with 2a. You guys are so smart. So 2a and a are combinable because they both have the same variable, and they're both raised to the same power. So we're going to line those up here. Then we have 3c will get 2 lines, 2c will get 2 lines. So they are like terms because they both have a variable of c raised to the power of 1. 3c plus 2c. Then our final one is 20. That doesn't combine with anything. Right there. So let's combine like terms. Remember, when there's no number in front of the variable, it's an implied 1. So let's do, so that's going to be 3a plus 5c. Okay, combine them with 20. These are all unlike terms, so we cannot combine them by adding or subtracting. So this is our final answer of 3a plus 5c plus 20. Okay? So I want you to pause the video, write this next one, negative x squared plus 12xy minus 7xy plus y squared in your notebooks, and see if you can combine like terms by adding and subtracting. When you're ready, hit play, and you'll see if you have the right answer. Okay, if you got negative x squared plus 5xy plus y squared, you did it correctly. If you didn't get this, I want you to look back at your steps and see which one that you missed. Okay? Okay, evaluating expressions. Remember, this is where they'll give you an algebraic expression, so like a minus b or x times y, and it'll tell you what those variables equal. Okay, so right here we have a minus b, gives you what a is. We have a here, and we have b here. Okay, so let's just plug them in. Let's do, so a equals 5. B equals 7, so minus 7 equals negative 2. That's all it is. Now, on your homework, you'll see some with fractions and some with decimals. So just remember those steps whenever you're adding and subtracting or multiplying and dividing decimals and fractions. Okay? Just erase this. Okay? Sometimes before you evaluate the expression, you can simplify the expression by combining like terms first. Okay? All right, so right here, we have negative p squared r plus 4q plus 2p squared r minus 12q. Now I color-coded this to show which ones were like terms, okay? So let's set this up. So it says that first let's combine like terms, and then we will evaluate it by substituting the numbers for the variables. So right here we have a negative 1p squared r and a positive 2p squared r. So it's going to be 1p squared r. Sounds funny when you say it, doesn't it? Then we have a positive 4q and a negative 12q. So it's going to be negative 8q. Now we can substitute, okay? So it says that p equals 1/2. So we're going to do 1/2 squared times r, which is 6, minus 8. Q is going to be 3/4. So times negative 3/4. Okay? So this is how you set it up. So I want you to use order of operations and solve for this. Okay? When you're done, obviously, then you'll come back to school and I want you to share your answers with your fellow classmates. See which one of you got it correct. All right, let's do the try of these. So we have 3xy squared plus 6x plus 1. Okay? I want you to tell me the number of terms. I want you to pause the video, tell me the number of terms, tell me your numerical coefficients, tell me your literal coefficients, and then your constants. Okay, so I'm sure you got all these correct, but let's just go over it super quick. So the number of terms here are 1, 2, and 3. Our numerical coefficients are 3 and 6. Our literal coefficients are xy squared, and then x. Our constant is 1. Over here, our number of terms is going to be 1, 2, 3. Same thing. Numerical coefficients are going to be 4 and negative 3. So that negative applies to the 3r, or to the 3. And our literal coefficients are t cubed and r, and our constant is going to be a negative 5. It's negative 5 because there's this little negative in front of it. Little hint there. Okay? So right here, let's combine like terms on these bad boys. Alright? So let's do, so we have this combined with this one. Then we have this one on its own. So let's line them up again. Negative 2n squared plus 11n squared. It's going to give us 9n squared. Very good. Then we have negative 4n. Doesn't combine with anything, so our final answer is 9n squared minus 4n. Okay? Pause the video. I want you to try and combine like terms with number 4 right here. Okay, if you got that, you cannot simplify it anymore by combining like terms. You are correct. There are no like terms in this mathematical expression. So, that is as simplified as it gets, folks. Alright, now let's do one quick evaluating expressions problem. Okay, so it gives us x minus w in parentheses times the value of y. So all we're going to do is plug in our values here. So x is 20 minus w, which is 1, close parentheses. Y is a negative 4. We always do our parentheses first, so 20 minus 1 is 19 times a negative 4. Who is that one for us? Let's see. It's going to be 36. 76. Positive times a negative is going to be a negative, so our answer is going to be negative 76. So remember, whenever you're evaluating expressions, you're going to get down to one number. That's a numerical number, not an algebraic number. Okay? Keep that in mind. Alrighty, so make sure that you take really great notes, and you'll work on this 3-2 in class tomorrow. Okay, good luck, guys. Good night.